sure you hit that like button, as it will greatly help push our content, push us through the YouTube algorithm. We'll be able to get more and more people in here to have an active discussion. If you appreciate my work, make sure to hit that like button, as it will help keep you informed, or at least help push the content. But hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see future content. I cannot thank each and every one of you enough, as I will continue to stress this. Without all of you, I wouldn't even be here. So whether I'm good or not at what I do, without all of you supporting my work and being here and having an active discussion, we can't get to what we want to do. I have this all set up now, so I'm going to go through the intro. But we're going to look at a few different things today with the XRP chart. A few different things. But we're also going to look at the market cap for XRP as well while we're doing this live. I know it's a Saturday. I know I don't know how many people will be here on a Saturday, but I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. So let me just turn the comments on. 53 people here already. Wow, it's only been a minute. 27 likes. Make sure to hit that like button. That will greatly help push this content. Mark, welcome in. Appreciate you seeing you here, my friend. Let's see. We've got Fletcher, John Hall, good evening. Sunny days indeed, Fletcher. David Kennedy, welcome in. Miss Vicky, welcome in, love. We all need you more time. Hey, I come on as much as I possibly can. As much as I possibly can. Charlotte, welcome in, love. Good evening. 913 man, welcome in. ATK 777's in the house. Welcome in. One subscriber to Tom's Army as well. He's got me abducted by aliens. My face is superimposed, so I know it's me. Digital Orgy, welcome in. All the ledger hacks are FUD. Thank you for that. I don't think they're all FUD, but you know, that's your interpretation. Mark Hassan, Mark Harris, welcome. Trong Nguyen, welcome in from Australia. Steve Rose, welcome in. Mario Lewis Gomez, welcome in. Mr. Bams, good evening, brother. No, I meant we need you as much as you need us. Oh, yeah, that sounds right. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I appreciate hearing that, but I definitely need you all more than you know. Drew, good evening. Chris, welcome in. Chris Grow, welcome in. Percent Better, good evening. Andrew, thank you so much for the kind words. I greatly appreciate that. Santa, hey Tom, what's up? What did I miss? Is XRP in a bad spot? You didn't miss anything. And no, I don't think XRP is in a bad spot at all. XRP to me, it still looks like it needs to finish off this move down to 585. Welcome in, Matthew. Good evening. But it looks like to me it needs to finish off this move. You're broke because you keep buying XRP, J Kill. Well, if you were buying XRP where you're supposed to, it's impossible to make that assertion that you're broke. We need to be buying at the right spots. That's the bottom line. Mr. Bams, thank you so much for the $10. What's this one? Is this euro? I always get the two confused between euro and pounds. I think this might be a euro. I think this might be euros. Santa, okay, you think we're going to reach? Well, I mean, I can only prophesize what I think is going to happen and give you my reasons. I think it behooves us not to come down here in the weekly time frame. That was the double top breakout to retest. British pounds, damn it. I always get that one wrong. Pounds. You know, the Deathcross, listen. The Deathcross, it just signals a short-term move. But in the 4-hourly, this is what I'm saying. This is what we're going to get into. The 4-hourly, yes, the Deathcross is there, but in the weekly, for only the third time in the history of XRP, you've had a golden cross here in the weekly. And it's hard to see the other two times because the first time you have to project it. This was the third time, or the second time right here. The first time would have been somewhere back in here when it finally had the long enough for these short-term moving averages to be in place. And then we had this first spike. This is where technically you first had a golden cross here in the weekly. We just can't see it because the 200-day, you see it starts over here. But we came through and had a short-term reversal to the upside. Then we came back through, completed the death cross down here. Then we didn't come through for a second time until right here in January of, what is this? Not January. November of 2020, sorry, see, it pulls through in here. It's in this circle right here, in this formation. Then you come through 2020. The next time we pull through and have a golden cross in the weekly isn't for 3 more years, almost 3.5 years here. This is the third instance this has happened. I don't even know why you're bringing up the ledger. You're getting a little bit too emotional here, Digital Orgy. I'm not talking about the ledger at all. And you're talking about fake videos. We don't even know what you're talking about. You're coming in here hot out the gate. No one's saying the ledger is good or bad. I've always said I don't use a wallet of any kind. So, I'm not sure. I didn't say anything about the ledger. Oh, I got you, Digital Orgy. Either way. You have a problem selling J-Kill. I hear you. I get you. Welcome in, Jan. Welcome in, Love. Mark Harris. Everybody with the ledger, you guys can talk. You guys can let everybody know what you think about the ledger. I don't use it, so I don't have an opinion, good nor bad. Percent better. Welcome in. Christian Hunter, good evening. Glad you made the live. Codizer, welcome in. So what we were saying is this is only the third instance that I can think of in the weekly that we've had a golden cross here. It's only the third time I can think of that we've had a golden cross. And yes, there is a time of consolidation, but once you have the proper consolidation, there's been magnificent breakouts for XRP in each instance. And the second time, we all know 2020 to the top. I'm not expecting no 415% move here right off the bat because we're not in the same cycle. But I would think that if we pull this off properly, because we're coming down to the 58.5 likely, and we have to do this. Yes, August 22nd, the BRICS announced that. So that's going to be very interesting. Very interesting. So, the reason why we think we're going to come down farther, we see the golden cross in the weekly. But the 4 hourly, it's already telling us what we need to know. The 3 hourly, we know. The 3 hourly yesterday showed us the Deathcross. We got rejected here and we knew once we lost this, we knew 65 wasn't holding. 6133 we knew would bounce, but does it come back up or does it just fall through right now? Because it could come up to 65. And the reason for that is because that's where the Deathcross area is. You could come up to get rejected at the 20-day, which is not uncommon. It's not uncommon. But with the kind of volume we have coming in, it looks very weak. So we're looking at a rejection anywhere in here. And if we fall back through, especially if this bear flag plays out right here without having any kind of uptick, this could cause a much quicker drop. I'm still targeting 585. With the weekly time frame, with the cup and handle that's formed, and it's taken a while to form, you have to come all the way back here to March of 2022 approximately, early April, and this big cup and handle forms. Now we're putting a handle on the cup. The most bullish handle on the cup would get you down to roughly 585. You can, like I've said before, it can be achieved at the broadening wedge, but I thought by coming down to 6133, we have a good shot to come down here at 585 and retest the pattern double top breakout. That would be a beautiful back test, and I really want that to happen. I understand it gets the XRP community to go crazy, and everybody just thinks XRP is a pile of horse manure, and it's never going to get better, and it can't even get over $1, and a lot of people say they're losing money. But the bottom line is, folks, you have to have a plan. In 2021, our plan was accumulate. We had a 47-cent average. We said we'd ride it up to the top. Well, we didn't know the bull market was going to end so quickly in 2021, but when we got the triple top at $1.70 after making $1.98, we made an educated and informed decision with all the news, with the fact that the government was announcing going back to quantitative tightening. We knew we were going to have a 1.5-year struggle roughly, or 2 years, or maybe longer. So we sold out. We did what we had to do to minimize the risk. We took a gamble on ourselves. We didn't buy XRP back after selling at $1.66 on our favorite crypto until we bought it at a 34.6 cent average late 2022 through early 2023. So now we sit. We were still accumulating. We had more than we intended on having, but not as many as we want. I had a 10,000 minimum goal. We got over that. But now we're waiting for 20% below. If it happens, like I said, it's a blessing if it gives us the chance to come back lower. I'm begging XRP to come back below 386. Some people would say, well, why would you not sell it when it goes to 94? Well, the reason is I'm not looking to buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. I'm not a swing trader in this environment. In this environment, I'm firmly an accumulator because I learned in 2021 about swing trading and putting in some profits in crypto. Well, I had no choice but to swing out in 2021 because I seen a bear market was coming. But that didn't mean that the government wasn't going to tax me at 35% on the capital gains. And on almost 13,000, I had to pay over $5,000 in taxes. So now, when I trade, I do it like the smart money. I buy after I saw into the accumulation phase in a bear market, which we've already done our job with XRP and XLM and XDC and the ones that we already know we have. But now I have a plan. I don't buy until it's 20% below 346. We have other ISO tokens and other Internet of Things tokens we can buy. So we can still accumulate other things, but for XRP, we can't buy until 20% below. And if all I ever have is 12,222 tokens, it's not my only bag. We've got XDC and XLM equal tokens. We've got HBAR and ZIL and VChain and DGB and Casper and Algo. And we're still continuing to build on ones that are still at the bottom of their bear markets. XRP is a little higher right now. Doesn't mean we'll never get another chance. Means we might never get another chance, but right now it's 50-50 we make lower lows. And I only say that because we never broke out officially past this area. Now, if we break out to $1.13 and hold and start moving up and then consolidate, okay, we're probably never coming back below that volume. But for right now, you have dry powder, you plan it, and I'm not giving the government 35%. So what am I going to do? Buy, sell out, make 4,000 or 5,000, pay them 35%. Now try to stress out about when to buy back in, then sell it out again when it gets back to where it was or higher. Pay them now another 35%, so now it's compounding on each other. Unless you figure it out where to buy in the bear market, you understand the accumulation factor, and then you sell out after a year, after your proper run, and you only pay 15%. See me? Everybody says, oh, I'll just pay the capital gains. To be honest with you, I would rather keep my money and not give them that other 20% if I don't have to. So as long as it's within the power, we have to try to figure out how to make that work to our advantage. Right now, we're not in a bull market. There's no excuse for me. There's no excuse for me to do this anymore. You know, to do the swing trading. We have all the information we need. We think we know what's going to happen. So I'm going to make an educated and informed decision. If I'm wrong, so be it. But at least I'm taking my shot. Yes, Miss Vicky, it doesn't matter if you trade to a stable coin. The point of the capital gains, for anybody who doesn't understand, who's not in the USA, or if you're in the USA and you're trying to figure it out, good question, Miss Vicky. Capital gains tax will be applied to you once you sell. As long as you sell XRP, it doesn't matter if you send it into another crypto, to another stable coin. It doesn't matter if you're using XRP in your account to pay for something. Once the point of sale happens, done. That's the capital gains. 66 cents possibly. You're looking at it to come up and retest that Deathcross in the 4 hourly. That's possible. It doesn't mean they have to let it happen on a thinly traded weekend. But, I mean, you could get the validation here. It's not necessary, but you could. Now that you're inside the channel, you could start swinging up a little bit. But I'd be very cautious in this area if you're just trying to move in. You know, that's what we had drawn out some time ago. And I think 585 is more than likely going to play through that area. There's so much stuff happening, though. A lot of people are still focused on the fact that XRP is overly bearish. I don't understand it. I understand that we've come down, but did we not come up prior to this pump from like, what, 40 cents? We made a big move up. Now, the one thing that I believe is being overlooked in the XRP community, it's very simple evidence here, folks. What's happening here on the volume? We have a very big distortion when it comes to price action and price volume. Volume dictates price. That's how we knew XDC was going to roll over. That's how we knew XRP was rolling over. But what it's not showing you here is the potential. Look at this. XRP on the big 94% pump, 518 million that week. The next candle, when we started to rotate down, we had 312.392 million. So we knew we were a little bearish. The next week, we had 166.6 million. One, it's the satanic number, so we know we're screwed. But two, and that just happens to line up perfectly for that. We're stepping down just like you want for a bullish consolidation. Now, the next week, the candle closes in 1 day, 3 hours. I approximated we'd have about 175 million in this weekly candle. Well, right now, we have 147.586 million. So at 147.586 million, that is coming down much too quickly to have a 33% drop, to have a 33% or 34% drop, and to have the volume crash like that. That tells me that we're setting up not for a big dump, but we're setting up for a bullish consolidation, and we're looking for a bullish reversal. We've had only the third signal in the weekly, first one since 2020, of a bullish or a golden cross here. So each time it's been followed up by massive pumps, and we're not saying it's going to go up 400%, but this cup and handle pattern here suggests if we hold it, that would be a move up to $1.50. But like I've said, since we came all the way down here on the handle, right, if we come to 585 and properly finish this like I want, we've said 6133 can happen. And I understand that the broadening wedge was formed above the double top, so I suppose you could use that broadening wedge support as that confirmation on the breakout. I would just feel a lot better if it had a quick wick to 585 and then quickly reverse back up, because that's a big area of liquidity. And when we talk about a further move up, we need liquidity. So liquidity to me is defined by money stacked up at certain positions. So if we're coming down, we're lacking the sellers, but now we're going to go meet up. We can already see we're lacking the sellers on the way down. This is a beautiful bullish consolidation. Now, if we can get some money down here, we need to come down to the money area, and that's at 585. A lot of people missed their buy at the double top. They sold out there as well, thinking that we could have a triple top. So you've got a lot of money, even on the computers, lined up there. That's been where I'm thinking. So that's our best opportunity to scoop up the money. You know, but we keep saying, if somehow, some way we pull in a big volume spike, which I'm not seeing it right now at all, zero, kazilch. This looks very bearish in itself. Very bearish. Just this movement. To me, it would feel a lot better if we come and hold 585. Let's just prove we're not overly bearish. Let's come down to the weekly time frame where we form the cup and handle. Even if you look in the daily time frame, volume predicts price. The volume we're getting in doesn't predict a move back down to the bottom. We had 202 million on that daily candle. And then we had 172 million. These were the two strongest candles. Then we lollygagged our way up. Knew it was bearish because of how slow it was coming up. But even this volume, 50, 70, 40, was still higher than even the breakdown volume, 21, 37, 25, 21. I mean, even when you come across the next breakdown steps, 27, 26 today. What do we have today? 26.5. We've got 2 hours and 23 minutes. We'll probably get about it's rough. We're not putting in a bunch of candles here today, so maybe 29, 30 million if we're lucky. I don't know if we can even push that. Maybe. I want to see a big dump here. I want to see one more dump to finish off this drop. That's just me. Wow, 178 people and only 81 likes. That's all you think of my content, only 81 likes? Make sure to hit that like button. That really does help push me through the analytics, and I think I do enough work to only get 78 likes. Please hit that like button. Actually, that's a bit, please hit the like button. Unless you want to, like I always say, you can send a YouTube super chat if you want to show support and not hit the like button, which is free. Or you could always join Tom's Army, which there's not very many people at all in Tom's Army I see that are watching. So that's up to you, but I would just suggest hit the like button if you appreciate the information and you want this content to be pushed and circulated. So No more dump. Oh, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We're just looking for the maximum spot that it could bounce, that it could break to. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But right now we've got a death cross in the 4 hourly that you've got to reverse, which means in order to say it's just not going to happen, we would need to show some strength and come up and break that 65 cent level and start reversing this death cross. Hey, I appreciate that, the drunken crazy. If you had taken profits at 85 cents, you could have thousands more out of XRP. But he said hold, lose out. Okay. I mean, if you didn't pull the trigger and sell, if that's what you really want to do, I can only tell you my plan. Let's not, I mean, if you want to play the victim, that's great, but you shouldn't be blaming anybody. I give you the information to make an educated and informed decision. I tell you my reasoning, and you need to base it off of your own. Steve, you need to buy more. Make sure where you buy it, it's in where you're comfortable. You hope it drops to 585 so you can buy more. Well, I mean, you never know. It could drop even farther. 4 hourly's looking like it'll go up. I'm just waiting for the daily signal now. The 4 hourly looks like it's going to go up. I mean, it's having a slight reversal here. It wouldn't be out of the question. It wouldn't be out of the question for it to make this death cross. 913 man, thank you so much for the $4.99 donation. I greatly appreciate that. I mean, I didn't tell you to buy or sell. I told you what I'm doing. I've already... Mortis. Don't sell, don't sell. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I've already answered that. So, if it's making you really that uneasy, follow your own advice. I didn't tell you what to do. I just told you, in my opinion, this is why I'm not selling. I've said it a million times why I'm not going to sell. I made the proper steps. You can sell. You can sell and do whatever you want. I said I'm not selling in the consolidation phase because I'm not paying capital gains tax over and over and over. It's that simple, but that's the last I'm going to address it. If you want to come in here with the negative energy, so be it, and if you want to play the blame game, but that's not the way I roll, my friend. And that's the last time I'll acknowledge it. Good evening, Mr. Crothers. Welcome in. So with XRP, we're still fighting here. If we fall below this channel area on the 613, that's going to signal our next drop. It's still, unless we get some volume here in the 4 hourly, it looks like we could possibly, I don't know, we're going to need some help here. We did have a nice start to a reversal candle here. It wouldn't be out of the question to retest the resistance here to see if we can come back and over push up. But right now we're overly bearish. We would need to break over that 65 cents. Oh, it's not about who pissed me off. It's just, sometimes when you get comments like that, it doesn't tell the whole story. If you're going to go, you got to tell a story. If you're going to say you said not to sell now, there's reasons why. I'm not selling. This game didn't start for me in 2023. I started this in 2021. So, unless you understand the game, don't get so locked up in one thing. I expect better out of you, come on in. I expect you to bring a better energy than that and not play the blame game. I really do expect better out of you. And that's fine. I'm allowed to hold my personal expectations. You guys expect a lot out of me. I expect a lot out about the ones who actually follow me and hear the message, not to gaslight me. That's what I don't appreciate. The comments do come in too fast. They're coming in too fast today for sure. I think there's like 190 people in here. It's crazy. 134 likes. Make sure to hit the like button. No, it's not about not seeing the end game. He's just looking at a short-term sell-off and not understanding why I do what I do. It just doesn't. Okay. Because to make a comment like that doesn't put in the total game there. That just looks at the short-term move. So every time when you're trading an asset, every time it goes down 30%, you're going to jump out a window. You know, we're trying to do this in a respectable fashion, too, together so that we can move on together. On Casino Coin, I don't have an opinion on Casino Coin. Yeah, they will, Sean, because YouTube has a weird algorithm. That's why some of the comments automatically get blocked. Well, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. We have to have comments. We have to have open discussion, and that's just, you know, I have to express myself too when I get comments. But I think a lot of you will say it, and I'll just do it first. You guys are gonna say just relax. But no, don't. No. What I don't want, don't attack. Come on in. He's a very loyal part of this community. He's added a lot more than most people in here in the comment section. So let's be fair here. He's actually done a very diligent job in the community. If he wants to take a shot at me, I'm all for it. I'm the one putting the content out. They sure don't, John. They sure don't. And Donald, you bought 6,000 XRP today. Not a bad purchase. It's just, like I tell everybody who's buying into these levels, make sure you have a buy plan. So if it does break down, I like to every 20% down personally. Every 20% down, you can start buying it from where you bought in. I know you added. I think you already had some to begin with. But like for me, I'm not adding in this area. I would wait, me personally with my bag, I wait for it to come back through my average by 20%. That's at about 346. So that's what I'd wait for. Now, this whole thing right here, I love these areas. I love consolidation. I love when everybody gets a little uneasy emotionally. This is where the real money and the real dedication is put in. This is where it has to be. You have to watch this. You have to watch these areas. And then you also don't want, okay, I have a 34-cent average or 35-cent average. The last thing I want to do is buy at 92 cents and raise my average. I'm already comfortable with what I built with XRP, XLM, XDC, and I'm even more comfortable now with what we're doing on FOMO Fridays, building Casper right now. We already built HBAR on FOMO Fridays. I'm very happy with what we're doing on Winning Wednesdays, building Algo. So just because the XRP bag right now is topped off, doesn't mean we won't get another chance to continue filling it in my, you know, where I'm at. But we also have more here. Fair enough, come on in. But when you're calling out, if you're going to call out, you know, there's more than just he said not to buy and he said to sell. You know, I was saying the same thing when I was saying don't buy for a year and a half while everybody was buying from the top down. You know, you got to remember this was a 2-year journey here, my friend. So it wasn't just, oh, we bought at 286 and we're never going to sell again, or we bought at 34 cents. We already spent our time buying and selling. We already had one time around where we bought at 286. We sold at 44 cents, rebought back in at 34.6, and I said I'm not doing that again because I'm not going to continue to pile up the tax implications. I've told you all, if you want to buy and sell, do what you got to do, but I'm not selling. When I say I'm not selling or do not sell your XRP, I'm giving you a longer term perspective there. That doesn't mean if you want to take short-term gains, you do whatever the hell you want. That's where I say you do what you want, but you have to have the balls to make that decision. You can say you're calling somebody out, but you got to call somebody out for what it is. I don't see anybody else putting out content for free and trying to help build a portfolio the right way. Not at a loss, being up $6,000 or $7,000 or $8,000 this year, even with what we have, but also showing you how to do precious metals. There's the up and down. You ever think there's also other plans here too? You know, there's a lot of different things that converge. Maybe you're focused solely on XRP. That is not my prior agenda. That's not my whole agenda. XRP is a big part of it, but there's a lot more to it. So, does anybody know? So, how many transactions per second does, and we're going to do a little thing here to let you see what I'm saying. Come on, and I love it. I like when people call this and say things like this because it gets me a little emotional. How many transactions per second can XRP do? Just out of curiosity, does anybody know? How many transactions per second does XRP do? A lot of people are saying 1,500. I'll wait. I want to see how informed this audience is. Okay, so 1,500. Whoever said 1,500 is right. Anybody know how many transactions per second H-bar has? We're going to do a little study here. How many transactions per second does H-bar have? $10,000, Miguel. That's technically correct, but it is technically unlimited. Well, it's 10,000, but technically it can be much more than 10,000. It can technically be unlimited. So if XRP does 1,500 transactions per second, and we know H-bar does 10,000 transactions per second at face value, do you think, and it's not the only thing. It's not the only thing, Digital Orgy. I'm asking a question. Did I say it's everything? I'm just asking a question. Hey, there's no reason to get offended, everybody. I'm not talking about... Who am I? Am I the H-bar future millionaire or the XRP future millionaire? This is an active question. See, when I say don't let emotions dictate your circumstance, this is what I'm talking about. I'm asking a simple question. Simple question. What is XDC's transactions per second? And this is all going to tie in a minute. Correct, percent, but it also says that it's technically unlimited, but they're starting with 10,000. So there's so many comments, I can't just see it on here, so I have to scroll through my phone because there's just so many. And I really appreciate that, honestly. Greatly. I mean, I see a few have said it. So technically, about 2,000 transactions per second. So a lot of times, and the reason I say transactions per second, what is the number one thing people lead with XRP? Besides the cross-border payments, the transactions per second. They always talk about that. And what I'm saying is there's more behind XRP. What's the number one thing I talk about XRP? Do I talk about how fast it is? Never. Do I talk about the cross-border payments? Never. What do I talk about? Anybody who watches me, what do I always talk about? For everybody who says and is getting offended at the fact that I'm comparing and saying H-bar is faster with transactions. What do I always talk about? I don't talk about speed with XRP. What do I talk about that it's going to have in all the market? Thank you, Miss Vicky. On-demand liquidity. So when everybody's getting all hot and bothered here because I asked a simple question about transactions per second and compared H-bar to XRP, 1,500 to 10,000, I never once said anything about on-demand liquidity. Also, everybody always says the speed. How fast can it get? So, I love Corium. Personally, I love Corium. I don't talk about it enough. And coming here soon on FOMO Fridays and Winning Wednesdays in the near future, once we finish off with Algo and Casper, I haven't figured it out yet. I want to build up on Corium or Solo, whichever one's cheaper, which will probably be Corium. But I want to build both of them because they built within the same ecosystem. But guys and gals, when you're watching me, understand my agenda. I don't talk about XRP for speed. I don't talk about it for transactions. I don't talk about it for cross-border payments. I only care about it for one damn reason. I think it's going to control much more liquidity than everybody says. On-demand liquidity. I don't care about the rest of it. I do like the Ripple Protocol consensus algorithm. I do like the ledger, but the ledger is much slower than they make it sound. That's why I'm saying don't get caught up with speed. That's where I'm going. A lot of people talk about the ledger. hash graph. We have the same Hedera. I mean, go look it up. We have counter networks that if you go network by network can be on face value can be better. But with liquidity, where's it coming from? They can be as fast as they want. They can do whatever they want. But without the liquidity, what does it matter? Without the on-demand liquidity, and that's what Ripple is. That's what Ripple, that's why XRP is here. And that's why I say all these ISO tokens are working together. It's no small secret why XRP, XLM, and HBAR partnered up in a partnership. It was announced not too long ago that I talked about. It's not that big of a surprise that XRP and IOTA are teaming up. That just tells me there's a link between the ISO and IoT. Which me, hey, 913 man, Tom is kick ass on the charts. Tom is not. Hold on, why did this? Tom is not a hype up boy. Tom gets something wrong, but he is damn good at charts. Thanks. Oh, I do get things wrong. I'm not trying to get things. I'm not trying to be right 100% of the time. All I'm trying to do is properly accumulate. All this doesn't matter to me. This up and down nonsense until 20, it doesn't matter. I can't be any clearer. Remember in 2021 when we had a move? This same thing happened to me. We went from 47 to 93. We came back down to like 52, 53, and everybody was bitching. I said, I don't know why everybody's complaining. Everybody's saying they don't have enough tokens, but you're still mad. I'm not looking to sell until we get to the end of my move. This is no different than consolidating precious metals or commodities. The problem is most people that trade crypto don't invest. So they don't understand what investing is. They think just because it went down, you're losing money. It depends where you buy it. It depends your strategy. If you come in and you bought it at 94 cents and now it's at 58, you're screwed. If you come in and bought it at 36 or 28 or 30 or 45, even if you buy it now and it goes down 20%, you got a chance to buy it 20% cheaper. You buy 20% of your stack. If you're buying it, you must have the funds on the way down to continue buying it. That's why I say you have to find a spot that you're happy about. I don't know of anybody who said, I'm going to buy at the bear market and I'm just going to criticize because we're not selling out the swing trade part of it. If you're here to be a swing trader, by all means, swing trade. I'm accumulating, brothers and sisters. I'm not here to swing trade. If I was here to swing trade, I wouldn't be doing it the way I am, let me tell you. But it's a mindset. Once you start getting into selling everything and trying to buy at the cheapest, you start to lose because you never know when to reinsert yourself. You never know the time to hold. It's a bear market. The only time I sell is if we get into a bull market and it shows me it's not going to stay. Unless I see that it's the first of a double bottom, which is how we accumulated and got a chance earlier this year at 286 to sell at 42 or 43 cents, then to buy back in at 34.6. That was my time, and I said I'm not doing it again. We could keep doing this all year, but now I just cost myself 35% of my taxes when I'm still holding when it just came right back through. So I mean, now I could cash out again, but now I got to pay 35. It starts compounding on itself. Because the 35% isn't just on what you sold, it's the total amount that you've made. So everything I'm making during the year is also compounding. I'm not looking to pay the government all my fucking earnings. Excuse my French. This is the realest me you'll ever get. But at least it's nice because we're still positive. Positivity over negativity, but good-hearted conversation. Come on in. I highly disagree. I don't think I'm coming off annoyed. You're the one who's projecting right now. Notice the only comment that's coming off in any way that's any kind that could be interpreted as, you ever hear of poking a bear? Poking a bear, poking a bear, poking a bear? That's what your comments could be conceived at. If this was me in 2021, you probably wouldn't stay in the community. If this was me in 2022, I'd just be a dick. Me in 2023, I'm keeping it real. This is just real. You can interpret it however you want, but I'm telling my personal feelings. So if you don't respect my feelings enough to think that I'm coming off a certain way, I mean, a lot of people have seen me for many years, so. But anyhow, moving on. Hey, whatever you got to do, my friend. I prefer you stay, but if you're going to walk, I mean, if that's how you feel. All right, I'm going to reset here real quick. I'm going to reset because I said when I get off track, I'm just going to do this and reset. Sunny days, sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. I wear glasses 'cause I'm so cool. I can predict the charts. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days, here again. Sunny days. Join Tom's only for $9.99 a month. What is that? That is something that was created back in 2021, and somebody from the audience made a recording off of something I used to sing that I sing every now and then. That's what it was. So, good evening, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday, August 5th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. I made it. That's how I find the song. Creative genius. I told you everything here is original. Thanks, Digital Orgy. I appreciate it. So, in the 30-minute time frame, we're about 2 hours until the daily close. You know, it sounds like that's a quick flex there, and I know it's just in all humor. But somebody actually took the time to make that for me. You know, they heard me sing it. Because I was singing it in 2021, people were losing money. They were getting lied to, quite frankly, in crypto, and they never seen anybody who told the truth. So I started to do things a little different. If you can't handle Tom now, you couldn't handle Tom 2.5 years. You are right about that. You are right about that, 913 man. And thank you so much for the $4.99. I greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate you paying it forward. Let's see. I know I missed a few comments, but I seen one that I wanted to read. For some reason it reset. Why is it? You guys all know I have my fair share of battles with YouTube. Okay. Terry, your TA has helped me immensely with swing trades. Don't do it daily. Pick and choose. Have some bags. Thanks to you. I appreciate that, Terry. Appreciate that. George, that's an ear bleeder. Yes, I've been told that in the past. I never claimed to have a singing voice. Darren, hey Tom, you all healed up now? As a matter of fact, I am not all healed up. As a matter of fact, I'm working injured, but I'm feeling a lot better than I was. I probably got a good 4 to 6 weeks before I'm closer to my full strength. But I'm getting better every day. Thanks for asking. 913 man, thanks for the $1.99. Sunny days, love it. There you go. My singing career's netted me more than most. Thank you so much. The ghost of Tom, listening to Tom while I work out. The ghost of Tom is listening to Tom while he works out, the thing I want to do most but haven't been able to do since July 4th since I got hurt. That is pretty awesome. I'll be with you in spirit, my friend. Percent. Digital Orgy, chill, my God. It's all good. It's all good, Raphael. Or percent better. It's all good. You know, I watch Tom share his skills with TA, but he's also quite entertaining as well. I appreciate that, Drunky Chad. You know, in another life, I could have been somebody else, too. In this one, I have to be more serious just because of circumstances. Ty, you rock, brother. Thank you. No, it's up. It's, actually, we got to... Hey, you see, somebody must like what I'm doing. Somebody must do something. Digital Orgy, I heal pretty quick as well. If you guys remember my face, just a couple weeks ago, was looking pretty shady. If you guys would have seen my hands and arms and elbows. But, you know, I think I'm doing pretty good for going 15 miles over the front of a bike. You can have an opinion. Remember the positivity over negativity? Let's be winners, not victims. I don't know why we're so, why is that, why, is there something in, do we have a moon coming on or something? Is there a full moon coming on? I have, oh, it's not a motorcycle or anything. It's just, it's a pedal assist bike that can go up to 20 miles an hour. So it's got a throttle on it. I just got cut off by a car and it sent me up a curve, that's all. You know. I didn't say, Digital, I didn't say you're a victim. Look at the comments around you. Have you noticed the comments today? A lot of people are feeling that victim mindset. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I'm just throwing off the wrong energy today, and I apologize for that. But right now in the 30-minute time frame, we're trying, if you're looking for a short-term reversal, we're trying to hold the 20-day. If we can hold this, we'd probably coming up here. Like we've said, we could get a verification if we come up farther at a bearish cross up here where we had, well, Deathcross. We could come up here to confirm that Deathcross, but there's no guarantee we'll confirm it up here. No, don't bag on him. No, it's fine. ATK, it's good. I'm listening, Digital. I'm listening. No, the volume's not good at all, but it is a thinly traded weekend. Everybody has a right to their own opinion and talk and be heard. Digital, it's very possible that I missed the beginning. I apologize. Only because there was a lot of stuff coming through in the beginning. And let's face it. I threw my, you know, I got to stay focused. That's why I say I got to stay focused. And, you know, apparently some people come, some people go. When you go over curbs with trading wheels, it hurts. Yes, it... Hey, that was a nice shot, Terry. It does hurt. It does hurt. Digital drunk, that's why I named myself this. Right on. Right on. I missed the small channel, less comments, but I'm proud of your channel success. I know, Garrett. I know, Garrett. It was a crazy time when it was smaller, wasn't it? I just... nah, the bike's alright, I guess. It's going to need a little work. It's going to need a little work. Let's just put it that way. It kind of got bent to the side. Going to need a little work. It should survive, though. You don't like people that spread FUD without having proof, like the Ledger stuff. You mean the article I read with the Ledger? Or the not even that, the video, or people were sharing in the comments about somebody sharing their opinion on the Ledger? I've said before, I don't know good or bad. I asked you guys' opinion on the Ledger because I don't have a Ledger. Said this a million times. So, just waiting here. I'm trying to kill time here. It's 6:07. I want to see if we're going to bounce up here or not. Because in the 4 hourly, we've had the Deathcross. Whoops. I'm just reading the comments, actually. Today I've been reading the comments. Miss Vicky, that's the society we live in, love. But, like, listen, all I said about the XRP Ledger, this is the only thing I added. I said when you updated the Ledger, they added a backdoor. That's all I said. That's not FUD. That's the truth. That's not FUD. That's the truth. That's all that I unequivocally stated on my own. And everybody will tell you, if you don't update the ledger, you're fine. That just proves my point. That's all I said. Made a backdoor. There's nothing wrong with saying that if it's true. It's all good, Digital Orgy. Not everything I say you're going to agree with, but you have to understand, right now you're letting your emotions cloud what I said. All I said was the update allowed a backdoor. That's all I said. So, that's, I mean, I'm sorry I offended you, but that's all I said. I'm told the truth. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to keep you informed. I've lost a lot of people over the years because they get in their emotions. And you know what? Over the years, I definitely did a poor job reconciling with people in the moment. But would you rather have the information, or would you rather be caught in the dark, Digital Orgy? That's all I'm saying. Even if you like the ledger, I didn't say it was bad. I said I have no opinion. That's not FUD. Corium Concepts in the house. Wow, a $5 donation. You did not have to do that. You were in the audience. You were in the audience, and now you started your own channel. Corium Concepts is up to almost 800 subscribers himself. Follow him if you can. Thank you so much for that $5. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to inform people, my friend. I just want them to understand. That's it. I even prefaced it by saying, I don't hold the... And that's what I was referring to. I said the only thing I know... That's not old information a month ago. Are you kidding? That's Digital Orgy. It was relevant because people were bringing up the ledger and how it was being hacked. And then people said the XRP ledger had no issues, and I brought that issue. I'm not reigniting nothing. All I'm doing is giving the facts. It was relevant because people were fearing the ledger, other ledgers, because they were being hacked. There's videos circulating the last 2 days. Take a look. About people that are losing their money. So I just brought it up and I asked, what does anybody know? And then I said, the only thing I know about the ledger, I don't use any ledger. I pointed that out very clearly. I said, the only thing I know is when they updated it, it allowed a backdoor into it. So if you want to give somebody a way to take your shit, that's the way to do it. And that's all I said. The only thing reigniting a fear here is the ones who aren't actually telling the truth. The people who reignite a fear are the ones who are lying to you about it. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. True, I appreciate that. I'm stuck with you. I'm just going to read the comments. Sean Carruthers, I've never used a cold wallet, and I'm glad. Yeah, Sean, me and you, we stand proud on Uphold. I've made my claim. Uphold's a brokerage. They do things like a brokerage. They've got gold. They've got other things you can buy. It's not like a crypto exchange. That's why they never went away. That's why they're more secure. And most people just need to be appreciative that they're still there. And that they actually support XRP, because with or without XRP, my money would be on Uphold. Miss Vicky, let's talk about our dreams. Yeah, I think in a way we're talking about our dreams. I think we're talking about our dreams. It's been a very, very interesting show tonight. And some of you say that I can't have passion anymore with my new me. I told you. Most people say this only comes out on Sundays. Miss Vicky, I think you told me it only comes out on, or it comes out on Sundays more because it's like after I go to church. But Saturday's the real day to give thanks to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So make sure to give thanks. Me too, Sean. Spiders, you're working out as well. That is awesome. Even the IOTA chart, Tom. We could look at the IOTA chart. I wanted to look at the XRP total crypto, the total market cap of XRP. That person who asked about it was me and Tom. Yeah, thank you. Digital Orgy. Percent Better asked me the question in comments and I answered him. So I didn't even bring it up. It was brought up in the comments. I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to out the person who asked me, but that's how it got started. I didn't even say it in the beginning. It was brought up in the comments, and as you know, I go through the comments and I answer the best I can. And that was the beginning, so I was able to go through when it wasn't moving as fast. So you're going to get thrown off a lot by watching me, because I guarantee there's going to be a lot of things I say that you disagree with. Because honestly, I don't think about what I say, because I'm just telling you what I do. That's all. Digital orgy. See, that's the wrong energy, my brother. See, now you got me a bad vibe. Don't talk to people like that. That's a small bag. What are you talking about? That's disrespectful. You're speaking. Are you? Why would you even say that? That's a good start. Like, you're telling me I'm giving you a bad energy. That, let's be real, that gives me a bad energy. We're about being positive, not negative. Small, okay? Great, I have a small 12,222 XRP bag, and a small XLM and XDC bag, and a small, so ever small, but crisp. Oh, and it smells so good, that small bag of Casper and Algo. And man, my small bags of precious metals. Oh man, those small bags just continue to pile up. Even if they're just small bags. Yeah, but, you know, let's be nice. Let's just be nice. You know? Exactly. And if crypto does anything half of what we think it's going to do, you're talking C Digital Orgy. Here's the thing. You're speaking of a position from money. You got to remember, 95% probably of my audience has less than probably $5,000 in their savings. So, when I first started doing my accumulation, I had like 500 bucks. You know, back in yesteryear, in 2017. You got to start somewhere, but you also have to build good fundamentals. Part of being a good person in the community and trying to help out is trying to push forward. You don't start talking like that. You don't, look down on it. Oh, he only bought 5,000 tokens. That's all I'm saying. Jesus. 1%, you should respect my opinion. Don't attack ATK. You're the one. Are you saying you're the 1%? Like, you're the 1% of what? The 1% of wealth? You're the 1% of this mushroom? You are the best. You're the best grower of mushrooms? Like what? I don't know what you're saying. Yes, we have, Sean, and that's what makes me the most proud. The 1% XRP list. So, Digital Orgy. All right, since we want to start knocking people down, you're the 1% XRP. Oh, I know the rich list. What's your average buy-in on the rich list, just out of curiosity? We'll do a good example here of how you can gaslight somebody real quick, no matter what they say. I don't need to. I'm going to play it in a different way right now. Yeah, but Garrett, you're humble. I'm just curious. We're going to get to the bottom of this. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not talking about dollar cost average. I just want to know what. Okay, fine. What did you buy your XRP? Next to your XRP holdings, what's your average price? I'm just asking. If you don't tell it, obviously you're hiding something. Just tell me your average price. You don't even have to come close. You can take 50% off your average price if you want it. I'll give you a real quick way to become humble no matter what you say here. Okay, so you're not going to answer. That's fine. So, based on your comments and the way you were talking to people, you're not. But I'm just saying, it's fine. That's fine. You don't want to. This is the real Tom. No, this is it's the real time. I act the same way every day. I'm just asking a question. No, it's not. It's not about telling people how much. I'm just saying, come on in. That's great. You know, notice how the same energy teams up. No, the point is that you wouldn't even say anything about the disrespect you show somebody else. See, you're all about that negativity, but I thought you were gone. You said you were out of here. Remember? I mean, I'm not explaining nothing. Oh. Hey, positivity over negativity, but this doesn't mean I'm choosing negativity. This just means I'm choosing real. I'm being positive. I'm respecting the positive people in here. I'm standing up for the ones. See, notice. It's positive. Digital orgy. All I'm saying is you're telling him and disrespecting everybody. You're saying they have small bags or whatever. You understand right now people are trying to build. See, you can say whether you're the 1% or you own the 1%. You could buy it wherever you want. You can do whatever you want. But no, Miss Vicky, like I said, I was trying to kill time. So this is... So anyhow, that's it. That's all. It's just, don't disrespect people in here is all. You know, you're trying to do a good vibe. And you're trying to help people build towards something. You know, act like you've been there before. Maybe you've never been there before. And that's why you can't answer that way. But we're trying to, and this channel is a TA, but if you don't understand what I'm doing here, that's not, you know, I'm not here just to cater to everybody to show you my TA. Sometimes you have to have a real moment. And, you know, personally, I've went through a lot of struggles in life, not even by choice, and I worked my way out of them, and that's the biggest teaching. You're trying to help people come out of it. So, like, to maybe... You know, maybe, you know, I understand now, Miss Vicky. I get it. Touche. 913, man, thank you so much. Tom, play sunny days and do the charts. Let's get back to positive vibes. Don't let the haters mess you with. No. Not 1%, but Tom's Army for real. Small is the start. Thanks, Drew. I appreciate that. Nope, that's it. That's it. I just wanted to stand up for a couple people, but now you'll see how the blinders go on when it comes to certain people. So I've said my piece. So XRP right now looks to be like it's in a bull flag. Miss Vicky, overcoming is our purpose. Absolutely. ATK, stay the course. Darren, I have a 10-year plan. No selling, dollar cost average. True that. Josh Tan, Axel is not here. No. These pets people are FUD. You know, the circle... The bigger the circle, the bigger the flock, you know. Yassine, thank you, Tom, for your great videos. I appreciate that. Christopher Jason, I'm in the 2%. Excellent. Garrett, weekend will trade sideways, I think. Oh, well. You know, it's very possible. We're on a thinly traded weekend right now. That's not out of the question. Rick, welcome. Ethan, I'm sorry, but can you explain what's going on? I just wanted... Oh, nothing. Syrian, we're doing technical analysis. Syrian, welcome in. Christopher Jason McDonald, yo. True, thank you very much. Sean Crothers, thank you. Joshua Tan, thank you very much. I appreciate you. All right, so in the 30-minute time frame, XRP still trying to see if we can hold this 20-day like we've talked about. And we're going to see, because if we can break up any higher, we might be able to push that 4-hour time frame. The Deathcross we had in the 4-hourly. And then we could possibly get a rejection up there, but we're not looking overly strong here. We don't have a lot of volume coming in. Donald, you sold your Shiba. Okay, now I understand. You had some good profit with Shiba with that nice little run up. That makes sense. Jose, welcome in. You didn't miss nothing, my friend. I'm doing pretty good, John. Thank you very much. So, if you don't know what a Deathcross is, right here, let me get to the 4-hourly. It's a little sunny outside, so it's hard to see. But the 4 hourly here, if you're not familiar with it, the 20, 50, 100, 200, the Deathcross is when the 20 comes through the 200 and completes the short-term pattern reversal. In this case, it's in the 4 hour time frame. So if this continues and doesn't bounce back through here, first thing is if it can't get past this candle right here at 632 roughly, it's going to be a problem. But otherwise, we would need to come back up, break 65 cents, get over the downtrending resistance, and break over the 657 level. And then you could possibly have a problem, you know, a short-term reversal. Anything short of that, if you come back through and reject on this area at 6133, then we should come down and finish off this pattern hit of support, gain that proper liquidity here, and try to make that reversal out of here. We've had a golden cross here in the weekly time frame for the first time since 2020, but we've also had this death cross here in the 4 hourly we talked about earlier. It was a few days ago or a week ago. It could start in the 30 minute, it would meet it up somewhere, and we said how funny when it was up here would it be if it consolidated down, and that's when we drew this out, and it would come down to the 585, because that's the ultimate consolidation. Plenty of time to do things your way, do it accordingly. But my way is I'm not selling through the accumulation phase. For better or for worse, I see the bigger plan here. I did a lot of work. We did a lot of work in 2021. Now in 2023, we're playing it just a little bit different. We're fortunate enough to understand the charts enough to have bought in at 346 on average. And now we can work from there. Drunk a good chat. Nah, I mean, I don't, okay. The reason why you don't see me saying, oh, here's the next big gem, is because I'm legitimately trying to build into the ISO and the IoT. I'm not here for the short-term dollar. I'm here for the long-term wealth. There's a big difference. Big difference. Massive difference. Emporium Concepts, thanks for, said a very nice thing about you, Crypto Scrooge. Very nice thing. Ethan, what are your opinions on Shannon Thorpe's predictions on $100 to $500 XRP in the next 10 months? You know, I don't put much stock into it because for it to get to $100 to $500, that market cap would be, it's too extreme. And I understand a lot of people don't want to understand or don't want to acknowledge the fact that, hey, the market cap does matter, and the fact that crypto's only at 1.132 trillion approximately, the fact that they don't want to acknowledge that is a big problem. You know, until that market cap comes up or we start to add more liquidity into the crypto markets, which is going to happen eventually. It's just not, we're not in that cycle yet. Until all the money comes off the old system with the old framework. And yes, they partnered with Swift, so they're going to get some of that liquidity. But all the banks and all of the financial sectors, they don't technically have to be off until the last date is 2028. So that's a big problem. To think that, you know, it's all just going to happen now. It's going to be a build-in process. Oh, and the key thing is it's not about how much you own or how much you spent. How much are you making? How much are you losing? You know. But it's building good fundamentals. It's also, you're trying to build into precious metals as well, like we always say. There's a lot of avenues here. So, but like I said, that's why I like the positivity over negativity. I'd rather us be inclusive, not divided. I don't like the victim. We're going to play the winners here. When we play the victim, we're going to get treated like victims, but we might not like the responses, which the response will be no response. How long can you hold? I mean, you can hold as long as you want. Yes, XRP can be swapped. Scottsdale, oh, I don't know if Scottsdale Mint allows it. I can't remember if Scottsdale Mint allowed XRP. I'm pretty sure they did. I think Scottsdale Mint was one with XRP. That's why I say, even in the USA, you can still use your crypto, so don't let them scare you out of it just because of that. If you understand what you're getting now for the dollar being overinflated to about 102, and then eventually the dollar is going to be taken out, think about it at the end of October. Think about the end of October. That is a fun fact indeed about the pairs. But the added liquidity is going to come eventually. But right now, you got to let it play out. A lot of people are like, oh, XRP's not moving and the lawsuit's over. Well, if the whole lawsuit was over, the institutions would be pouring in, even at a more quickening pace. But right now, they're still a little afraid here. So that ties up a lot of liquidity. So here we go. We're going to see right now. We've killed enough time here. We've definitely finally killed enough time to where we're going to see what happens here. We've got a little kick up on the 30-minute. So now we're going to know. Now we got our evidence. Now we can actually do something. Told you it was going to be boring for a little bit. We had to kill time. I can't draw something until we get our next move. So now we know what it's trying to do. And we're going to know if this is going to be a successful consolidation or not right off the bat. So let's see how this finishes out here. This should be very interesting. I know we've been on a little bit today, hour and 11 minutes. I still think we see those lower prices. That's what we're marking right here. This would be our first chance to break down here. This is a typical bear flag consolidation. We did it here after we broke down, bounced up, down, bounced up, down, even had a little bounce, but then down, little up, down. This is doing a more wide consolidation. Creating kind of looks like a bear flag. But you do this down, stack it up, back down, 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 stacking up, down, 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 stacking up, down, you know. It could play it that way. Jose, 50-50. It's 50-50 we could go there, but that's all contingent on the fact that this pattern would fully break down and we would lose 587 as of right now. Or the 585, I should say. But now we're going to see this is our first opportunity to actually make a spike out. We're going to see, is this going to bounce up? Or are we going to just play this true and start bouncing down here? If we do break this to get on the top side, we should retest here because in the 4 hourly, we have the Deathcross right here. So that's what we're looking at. Drew, there's a big seller coming up. I would not be surprised because we need a big spike here. For it to break down, if we got another 5 to 6 million, if there was a 5 to 6 million sell candle here, it could support the fact that we're going to fall very quickly because we don't have any buy volume. Look at this. All they're simply doing is not selling right now. That's how I look at the computers right now. There's no buy volume coming in. It's just twiddling up here. So that's our first chance right now if we're going to break down. Nothing wrong with putting them at ridiculous prices. Nothing wrong with trying to get, you know, have some mentality, positive mentality. Crypto screws, I understand. I'm like a fucking rubber band, but you know, when there's a little penetration, you got to stick to the band for a little bit. You either get it or you don't. So this is a bear flag. And if it breaks down 61.33, if it breaks that broadening wedge, if we were to break down, because you could get a double bottom here as well. You could get a double bottom as well. And that double bottom at 6133 could happen. But it seems more likely to me we're still looking for liquidity in this area. So that's what we're looking for. That's what I'm looking for. If we look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's interesting too. Bitcoin is coming down, but it still hasn't. I got you, Digital Orgy. I respect you. I'm not. That's why I stopped, because I don't want to have bad blood. So I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna do my job. My job is to inform you all. It's good. We're good. Same. Same. So, the best advice I can give you, Digital Orgy, like I've said before, I was similar. When I first started this channel, I was very divided. I divided people. I like to put people together. So, on my journey, I'm not breaking people down. I want to put people together. So, we have to be more inclusive. But, you know, we also have to be, hey, okay, you're doing a good job. You know, not when somebody says they're doing something or we're trying to promote, we're trying to help. You know, and we have to do it from a humble experience. We've all been through something, and some are still going through something, and others are going through things you could never imagine. So, but with that, we're looking at Bitcoin. I hold no disregard. The broadening wedge, I still think with Bitcoin is still in play. Yep. Well, Drew, there is no buying support, but eventually it does end up falling through. So, I get that. Trust me. And that's the worst thing about the whole texting and talking. It gets, a lot of times, you type something, and then somebody says something, you're like, that's not what I said. And then you're like, how could they interpret it? I get it. So, right now, the uptrending resistance, which is the broadening wedge at a higher high, and the higher time frames, lower lows. We came into a lower low formation. Now, is this telling us right now that we're about to get rejected here, and we very possibly could come through this channel and end up coming down to 25,194? Or is Bitcoin going to hold this wedge, which is a broadening wedge, and it's going to be able to come back up? That's the only question we have with Bitcoin. If it does break down, 25,194 is the logical conclusion here. I know a lot of people think it's a bull flag, but I still don't get it. I respect that, but I don't get it. I just don't see it. If it was a bull flag, I don't think it would be hanging out on the lower part of a wedge like this. I'm good with everybody. It's all good. ATK. That's why we let things go. See, I stopped acknowledging because you guys are figuring it out, and now I acknowledge when I had to. I know we're all good. We're a family here. That's how it works. But you know, I don't disagree with anything you're saying if you have the coins or the tokens. If you're happy with that. I was just making a point because of something you said, but see, it's irrelevant now. So I don't disagree with you. But see, for the ones who don't have a lot of money, it is very important, the price, because let me put a spin on it. Let's say you only have $5,000, but you're trying to get a bag of not just, let's say you want 10,000 XRP. You want to get a bag of other things. Well, you certainly can't buy XRP at $1.25 because that's $12,500 for 10,000 tokens. Yes, you could sacrifice some of the tokens, but you're trying not to sacrifice it, so. But with XRP, right now, the only thing I'm watching right now is if XRP in this short-term time frame in the 30-minute, I know it's a little long in here now. It's been an hour and 19 minutes. Wow, 150 people are still in here. That's crazy. Nothing's bursting your birthday bubble. Positivity over negativity, the only way in up. Yep. And happy birthday. Happy birthday, Richard. Say happy birthday, everybody, to Richard. That's what I want to hear. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Richard. Happy birthday to you. And then if you're in my family, how old are you? At the very end, one side and many more. It just depends what side of the family you're on. So happy birthday. See, that's a gift you can't pay for. Just think, what? When you started this year, I bet you never thought that some XRP future millionaire would be singing you your birthday at 6:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Digital orgy. No, my friend. It's not crap. See that? You're missing the perspective. I am dollar cost averaging. It's just not an XRP. You see, I have many more things to buy than just XRP. And XRP has already been satisfied. Just because it doesn't satisfy your expectations. My bag, I'm still accumulating. Remember FOMO Fridays, Casper? Remember we accumulated 10,057 H bar? See, the accumulation continues. You're just looking at XRP. That is all. I feel like we should be sitting around a campfire doing this, I swear. Wouldn't it be a much better... It'd be so awesome if we were just sitting around a campfire. These are such... Alright. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens with XRP. We're in this formation. We're going to see if we break down. Then we'll see what happens. Drunk Giga Chad, may you grow so old your butt hair starts strangling your enemies. Just something my grandpa used to wish me, but enjoy it, bro. That's awesome. Actually, Terry, there's 150 people in here, but we have 193 likes, so we're doing good. Believe it or not. We're doing pretty good. The likes are doing good. Yeah, the 15 is definitely bouncing up. That's what allowed us to draw this pattern out, was the 15. But right now, this is standard operating procedure. We need to break out of this, so we should come back up and retest. Either way, that's 63 cents approximately. But we're not getting any bounce on volume. Even in this candle, we've got 90,000. On the last reversal candle, we had 131. We need a spike of volume if we're going to try to break out of here. But even if we break out of here, it just literally is probably going to just come retest at 4 hourly, which still is very bearish. The only thing we haven't done is retested it. And this is sometimes where you get the shorts. They go short, leverage trading. Perfect opportune time to liquidate them for a further move down. You just come back up here and validate the move down. Thanks, Richard. Now, if we do break down, if we do break down this bear flag, we would first come down to 6133. You get this breaks down 6133. If it doesn't hold the broadening wedge, 585, which in the weekly, it all reeks to come there. Eventually, it looks like it needs to come here on the cup and handle pattern. And on the weekly time frame, we can see we're not getting supported by volume. And it really looks like a very uninspiring drop right now, because we had in the first weekly on the 94% pump, we had 518 million. On this weekly, we had 312.392 million. On this weekly, we had 166.6 million. And now this weekly candle, I prophesized, not even prophesized, but I just was like, I don't think we're going to get over 175 likely. And the candle ends tomorrow. So we're going to get around there somewhere. Maybe we'll get closer. Maybe we'll get a breakout. Who knows? But it looks like we'll trend towards the 175 range, 180 million. But that's still very low. When you're doing a bullish consolidation after a major push up, if you want to have a bullish reversal, you have to step down in volume. You have to step down in volume. There's literally no buying. Nope, there is none at all. But what they're doing is none of the big wigs are selling or buying anything right now. It's almost like they shut the trading bots off. I don't know, because I honestly didn't see it. Did you send it to my email? On Telegram? So what's everybody's opinion? Do you think, before I leave, because obviously you know I'm about to get off here. I've overstayed my welcome. I've overstayed my welcome. So Terry, I don't know if I got it or not, because I don't see it. I have to, though. It's not, no. I was supposed to get off around 6:15. Because I got all the kids here, too, with Julie, and I've actually been on longer than I was supposed to, but you know. I understand it's not. I hear you, Miss Vicky. I've heard this before. It's not you, Tom. It's me. No, I'm kidding. Oh, man. Oh, that gave me a smile. Richard, Richard says this community is amazing. We are all on this journey together. I hope everyone has the best weekend. Drunk Giga Chat, start a metaverse with the bonfire camp. We'll hang out. That would be interesting. That will be interesting. I was being selfish for the community. Oh, I know, percent. I get it. Miss Vicky, I know. Drew, I seriously see a 10-cent H-bar by the end of August. H-bar. So, I mean, H-bar could be getting primed for, we know it could be getting ready for a move. Put in a higher time frame so I can see this. We need to put it on the right chart. So, I mean, if it's working on this cycle and it isn't like an inverted head and shoulders and this is starting to come up here, we should continue to use 497 as support. And then we should be able to bounce up here. There's no guarantee. We could continue to come down. But we've had a big downturn here. A big downturn. So, but, I mean, if you think we're going to get to 10 cents, we got to get out of this area. But if we break out past 8 cents, I mean, there's only two areas that would keep us from there. You've got right in here around about 9 cents, and then it's up there. You'd be coming back towards the high. But thank you, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you appreciate my work, make sure to hit that like button. Consider hitting the subscribe button. Digital Orgy, what one had the balls? That was me. The creator. Sometimes I gotta do it. You're the first person I've done that to in so long. One could say I've alleviated my demons. It's about the vibe, my brother. Oh no, you were already gonna unlike me. You're just trying to bring down the vibe. I've been here before. You think this is my first rodeo? I know all the signs. I know all the signs. Everybody, have a great week. I mean, a great end of your Saturday. I'll see you on the next update. I appreciate every single one of you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. Without you, I wouldn't be here. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, stay blessed. And have a good night. Thank you very much. True, have a good night. Crypto Solo Scrooge, thank you very much. Mr. Bams, have a good one. God bless you as well. Miss Vicky, thank you so much. Don't listen, everybody. Don't feel bad, and the reason I had to do that, don't feel bad if you're just building a bag. And now I'm going to stay here another minute since Digital Orgy told me he was leaving and everything. So I'll just for the rest of this show, he'll be out of here for a minute. If you have a smaller bag and you're trying to build into something, please, please don't let that throw you off, somebody who says something like that. For all you know, he's just trolling. Trust me, you are building something into a bigger tomorrow. You don't have to have $1 million to get started. Okay? That's it. You don't need that. Miss Vicky, a $50 donation. You really didn't have to do that. Wow. Holy moly. That's an incredibly generous donation. Yes, she is. In more ways than one. Awesome indeed. Thank you so much, Miss Vicky. I sound like the bear. I mean, that's the way I talk, but yeah. I suppose if my Italian way makes me be compared to somebody else, not exactly the person I'd like to be compared to, no offense. But yeah, that's basically it. Just continue to build up. Find your spot, and it does matter your average. It does matter where you buy in, because let's face it. If you don't have $100,000 to buy what you want, or if you don't have, you're trying to invest into the future. So if you've got $5,000, you know, $5,000, you can't just buy XRP at 10 or $1. That's $10,000 if you want 10,000 tokens. Or if you want to buy a bunch of other stuff with the 5,000 on top of XRP, but still have that same goal, it matters. It really matters. You need to find the proper areas to buy your tokens, and you only get one chance at it if you've only got $5,000 to invest in. So it's very important. It's also very important to have good character. If it's a lesson in here tonight, character will overshadow, and money doesn't buy respect. Okay, so I'm just trying to, because I mean, we had that wick so high on the total crypto market cap. We're going to have to bring it in. I mean, that's a bad spot to have that hit, because it just went up so high. We have this downtrending support, and if the market cap dumps through this, we know we're dumping a little bit. So if it does break through this, we already know the market cap is dumping if it breaks through. AT-gay. You built your bags in prison. See, you have to start somewhere. Seriously. That's an example. That's an example. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, you have to start somewhere. Oh no, I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying I don't think that comparison. I know I'm getting off right now. But yeah, I gotta go. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Have a good night. I've been called. Stay blessed.